so tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're an hour ahead, so it's
Yeah,
like 1
it's like
a.m.
one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah, my audio is
hmm
good. Um, all right. So yeah. How's your day been?
It is. Oh, it was. It was very not. Uh, ooh, it was okay. I watched horror movies all day, so that was fun.
That's nice. Horror movies are
Yeah.
pretty good. Although I have like never really been scared by a movie.
Me neither. I've been scared by two movies. I've been scared by only two movies, and those aren't really horror movies. They're really like gory. Like just I like gory, disturbing movies. I've only
Okay.
been scared by like two of them.
Yeah. All right. Actually, okay, I probably have been scared by horror movies, but not recently. Like I don't think I've watched a horror movie that I was like like ever recently. Um
I haven't either. I have.
yeah, I don't
I've
know.
watched like a few that were like a few years old. Like they're usually independent films that actually got me to be like, ooh, okay, that's a little.
That's a little
I've
spooky.
left disturbed, yeah.
Yeah,
But like
sure.
mostly like I watched the 2008 version of Martyrs, and it wasn't scary. It was just really disturbing. And then I
Mm.
watched the 2017 like remake of it, and I was like, this isn't. No one gets skinned in this one. It's not fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's boring.
Like
Yeah,
it's like.
I'm kind of with you on the gore thing. So I have a bad habit of just kind of compulsively looking at things that I regret. Like all the time. Dude, I'm subbed to so much shit like Medizzy or whatever, that one sub that's like for
Me too.
surgeons. Yes. Dude, that's wild. But like I'll always see something and it's like, "Oh, this is a homeless person's necrotic foot after it was in a boot for like a year." I'm like, "Oh, damn, that sounds disgusting." And then I click on it and I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's disgusting." And
Yeah.
and I regret it. But I keep on doing it. And I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I do.
It's like an obsession because I do the same thing.
Yeah, I guess
Like it's like
so.
I look at shit and I'm like, oh, that's gross. I click out and then I look at it again. Like, wait, what did I just see?
Yeah, it's just it's nasty. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Also, I said I was gonna prepare some stuff, and then I went and hung out with friends and didn't prepare stuff. So we're just kind of
We're just gonna
gonna,
wing it.
yeah, we're just freestyling.
Okay.
Um, all right. Um, oh yeah, I did think of some things though. Okay. So, as a recap, because the last thing is probably not really watchable at all. You can't figure out what the fuck is going on. You are non-binary.
Yes.
Um, and so okay. I was wondering, did you have like a defining moment when that kind of like clicked for you?
Oh, I had a few, man. So I didn't like officially come out to my friends. I came out to my friends like 3 months ago.
Okay.
I have not come out to my family yet. I'm Caribbean, so I will not come out to them at all.
Yeah.
Um, like I mean, luckily I don't have really bad like dysphoria and shit. Well, I will allow my family to call me she. I mean, I get like every time I hear it, I'm like, ouch, ill, don't call me that. And then I'm like, you know what? Oh fuck, I
Yeah.
didn't come out to them. I can't be mad.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say a defining moment. Defining moments was once when I was 11, actually. I'm sorry, I wasn't 11. I was like 13. And I remember my dad started screaming at me because I would like wear my hair in cornrows. I would sag my pants constantly.
Okay.
And my dad was like, "Are you trying to be a girl or a boy? You want to be a girl or a boy?" And he started screaming. Like, they were screaming this at me, and I started to cry. I was so like confused. I was
Damn.
like,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
and even now he asks me, he's like, "Do you want to be a girl or a boy?" And I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Neither of them. Yeah.
It's like, what about neither? Or both, you know? Who
Who
knows?
cares?
Let's
Yeah,
be a little spicy.
whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of them. And the other one was, uh, oh God, what was the other one? I don't know. Oh yeah, so I was just chilling one day, and I was like, you know what? What if I just started using they pronouns? So I started. So I was on like Twitter. I stopped using Twitter. Twitter is so fucking.
Yeah, I'm not
Anyway,
on Twitter, but I've from everything that I've seen and from the little bits that I've seen, like threads on Twitter, it's not a great place.
it's not. It wasn't. It wasn't. I never like. I cannot tell you a positive like moment on Twitter I've ever had. Oh, except when they like. I think it was. They took over like whatever tag, whatever pedophile tag they took over
Oh
with like a whole
yeah,
bunch of
fuck
K-pop shit.
that.
That was fun, but
Okay.
like everything else was so negative all the time. Like, um, that's the thing. Yeah, everyone was just so like in themselves all the fucking time, so self-centered, and I was like, oh my fucking god,
Yeah.
y'all like always miserable? But yeah, so I started using they pronouns on Twitter, and I was like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm non. And I literally looked up like, what does it mean to be gender queer? And then like I read all these like things, and I was like, yo, I think I'm non-binary.
Yo. Yeah, okay. That's fun. Neat. Um yeah. So like, okay, how did most of your friends react well when you told them?
Yeah, yeah. I've only been like I told you before. I only been called it like once.
Okay.
At least I've only been called it by one person who like I know.
Yeah. And fuck
Um,
them.
yeah. And then my other friend, he called me. He was like, you referred to me as she, and then you referred to me as him. And I'm like, bro, like, I think yeah, I told you earlier. He did it like
Yeah.
4 or 5 times. So it was like, yeah,
Fuck
no,
that.
yeah. But most of them were fine with it. I got very very nervous when I told everyone because I was like, I don't think guys are ever gonna like me again. And then like my friend told me, he's like, wait a minute, you think guys won't date you because you identify as non-binary? I was like,
Literally,
maybe.
like, who the fuck cares? Yeah. Dude's
But
just
like,
like titty. Doesn't really matter the gender
really,
attached to that.
seriously though, because I've like met hundreds of like that makes me sound like a whore.
I don't give a
I've met
fuck.
a few. Like I've met a few guys who like dead ass have been like
Yeah.
really chill and they
Get
like
yourself
me,
out there.
and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they don't care. I mean, they hopefully they care. Like they obviously they're respectful about it, but like,
Yeah.
they're like, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not a turn off.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were all really really positive and really really like helpful.
Yeah. That's nice. That's chill. I have, yeah, I was thinking about it, and I have like, would I date a trans guy? That's a hard question. I don't know. Because, like, I'm straight, so it's like, would be gender wise a gay relationship, but then assuming they haven't like gotten the surgery and stuff, like I would still be attracted to them like physically.
Well, this so you won't see the general. I mean, you won't, but you won't see them like in clothes or whatever. So it's like outer appearance. If they're cis passing, then it's like okay, it's just another
Oh
dude.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, well like yeah, that's part of the thing. Like I don't know. I probably would. Like fuck it. If they're nice enough, I don't care. Like this. Whatever. Um yeah, I don't know. It's a weird question. Cuz it's like I am attracted to like the female physique and I give less of a shit about the gender part of it. So like sure, I guess.
Mhm.
But then like I don't know because at like okay, say they were taking like testosterone and they like slowly become more masculine. I don't know where I draw the line at like I'm good. I don't know. I have no. Would I just slowly become gay? No
Well,
clue.
since they would already have been identifying as a guy, they would already be a guy.
Well,
So,
yeah, gender wise. Yes, no, you're right. But I'm saying like uh physically.
okay.
Yeah, cuz I mean yeah.
That is a hard question.
Gender wise dating a trans man, I would be gay then. But I'm saying like I would, yeah, I don't know, cause I wouldn't date like straight up a dude, but I'd date a trans dude if they still had female bits, you know? Cause like that's physically what I'm attracted to, and I don't care as much about the gender stuff. So like, whatever.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't know, kind of weird. Um, yeah. Mm.
You
Man, I
okay?
just yeah, I'm good. I yawned. I just had some brownies with the fellas. Oh, good shit.
Oh,
Very nice. Um, yeah. All right. I'm gonna think of a question real quick. Okay.
all right.
Um. Ooh. Here's a here's a little thing. It's all right. All right. All right. Do you think an online relationship counts as like a legit relationship?
It's a weird question.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think it depends because, look, like I said, I've been like a lot of long distance like relationships, like quotations,
Sure.
very heavy quotations,
Yeah.
and it's weird because it's like, in some degree, yeah, you could be like, yeah, it counts, but then other ones, because I've been in ones where it's like, yo, we just kind of fuck around,
Mhm.
and that's it, and that's like all the
Yeah.
implications,
Well, that's
and
like
then
the online equivalent of a hookup.
yeah, basically,
But like regular hookups aren't relationships. So
yeah, that's true.
that's
So, but I've
fine.
been in one where it's like I think we were together for like a few months or whatever, and we genuinely like wanted to meet and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it probably would have worked out if it was feasible for it to happen.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a case by case thing where like it depends if it actually qualifies as a
Okay.
actual relationship.
Sure. But so like they can be though philosophically.
They can be, but most aren't.
Yeah. Sure. 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 Um. And now here's a question. I've been kind of sort of doing. I got a little something going in the virtual
Okay.
space.
Hmm.
So like yeah, I don't know. I've just been wondering. Like it's just kind of interesting. Like philosophically, does that count as a relationship? And then, as I guess part of that, does does cyber sex count as sex?
Well, oof, not to get personal or nothing. It's fun. uh,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it doesn't count as like penetration,
Well, yeah. Duh.
but I think it counts as like I think it counts as basically if someone's like is in a relationship and it's like long distance or is virtual, then yeah, it will be sex. It will be part of the
Yeah.
couple's sex life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would count.
Yeah. Because I've heard no. Well, like, okay, so my thinking is like I think the reason why people say no is because like you can't lose your virginity through online sex. Like, duh, of course. But at the same time, like you can't lose your virginity through like oral, but that still counts as sex.
Yeah,
So like I think it counts.
but
It's just
virginity
like
itself is like a weird concept
oh yeah, I mean I don't
because
really give a fuck. It's
yeah,
stupid. Uh, yeah.
but yeah, it's a weird concept. So you can, it's literally like such a, like I said, I really like, fuck, I forgot. I really like, philosophy. So it's like,
Yeah.
since it is like such a, like a really like thin concept, you can bend that shit to fit whatever narrative you want.
Yes, that is
So you can be
absolutely
like,
true.
yeah, personally, I think virginity can be like, I don't know, a fucking piece of chicken. And when you eat it, you lose it.
Yeah, sure. Chicken virginity. I mean, because it's like it's a social construct, as is like
Hmm.
basically
Most.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I sure, fine. Yeah, you can define it as whatever you like. But yeah, so I was thinking, so my my motive behind getting in an online relationship is November, right?
Mhm.
Because you're allowed to have sex. So oh, there's a whew, little
Loophole.
sneaky loophole there. Yeah, yeah. Cause like if I can get that online shit, that counts. And I don't know. But then, like, it brings up a whole question of, like, well, first off, people have different parameters for November. By my rules, by what I think is fine,
Hmm.
you're allowed to have sex. Some people don't do that. I I think that's fucking stupid because it's just a month of agony. I don't know what the point of that is. Like, I think if you allow people to have sex, then it's kind of the month is a motivator to go and get some. Otherwise, then what's the point? It's stupid. Um, yeah, but then also, like, whether or not I am adhering to the month
Hmm.
is dependent on your definition of sex, which is funny to me. That is hilarious. I don't know. Philosophy's fucking weird.
It is weird. I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. Um, yeah. All right, I can ask you some fucking some philosophy stuff then.
Okay.
All right. How do we like how should we find purpose in life? Or is there no
Oh,
purpose?
I like this question. And obviously, like, oh, wait, like, preface, like, disclaimer before I answer any of these. Obviously, these are like my own like opinions or whatever, and
Well, yeah,
yeah.
duh. That's kind of all philosophy.
No, it's I low key have to tell people that all the time because then I'll tell them, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, you're wrong," and I'm like, "Bro, it's my opinion. It's
That's just
philosophy. There's no
yeah.
answer."
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's sad. I have to fucking tell people like it's my opinion. Don't come at me.
Yeah, who gives a
But
fuck?
yeah. But personally, I believe everyone has a purpose.
Okay.
And I think it's weird. I was actually talking to my friend about this. I believe everything. I don't believe in predeterminism or determinism, which is basically everything is determined millions of years
Yeah.
before you know you're even alive. I don't
Fuck
believe in
that.
that.
That's stupid.
Yeah. No, it has really nice arguments, but I just don't believe in it because
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no free will in that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't believe in free will in general, but that's like a different thing. But predeterminism basically leaves like no room to make your own choices.
Yes.
But I was thinking of, I think we all have a purpose. Like, think about it. At least from my experience, every single person who has been in my life has shown me has had like some purpose in it. Whether it be they taught me a lesson, they taught me a lesson. They even if it was something as small as they taught me that they ain't shit and to stay away from people with those mannerisms. You know, it's something. Like, I learned something from the interaction.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
so I believe that everyone has. I don't know who assigns us. I don't even know who or what assigns us this fucking purpose, or if we make up our own purposes as we go along. As
Yeah.
long as. But
Like
I believe we have some
personally,
form of purpose.
yeah, personally I'm a fan of free will, so I think we make our
Mm.
own purpose. But I like the idea that the purpose is to teach other people things. Um so okay, hold up. Why don't you believe in free will?
Um, that's a weird. It's weird. It's actually a great area because I do believe us as humans have free will, but also it's like, well, we could say we have. This is gonna sound stupid as fuck, but it's weird. So I watched this YouTube channel that goes into depth with philosophy and morals and ethics and
Mhm.
stuff. But I was thinking, I was like, yeah, we could have free will, but like, what happens if we don't and everything is, like I said before, like determinism, where it's like
Yeah.
it's already gonna happen. So we were thinking like, okay, I'm making this. Like, let's say someone's like, you can get chicken or you can get fish, and you're like, fuck it, I want fish. And then it's like, oh,
But
you
you
think
didn't
you're
really
making
make
that
that
choice,
choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh shit. And then I was actually watching a video on it when someone was trying to make the opposite choice of what they wanted to make, and it's like, wait a minute, but was I meant to make this choice? If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
So it's like a
it's a
loophole.
yeah, it's
It's
like
like a loop.
yeah, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Or I
Yeah,
guess in
yeah.
more informal terms, is a mental circle jerk. Because like everything, when you think about the choices you're making, is like, oh, of course,
Mm-hmm.
it's determinism. But then when you try to not make those choices, it's like, oh, the
It's like, oh
determinism
fuck.
is undermining me. Yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of dumb. So I think that mm, at a very like, technically, we don't have free will. Okay, so I am a materialist. Uh, like I think that matters. I don't really believe in a higher power or some shit like that. Maybe it exists, but I don't think so. I there hasn't been anything to prove it so far.
Mhm.
So assuming the world is a materialist view, everything's just matter, and that's just how it be. Um, you could theoretically model every little particle and their interactions, and then predict the future if you had a perfect simulation. Um, so like very very technically,
Mhm.
from a purely theoretical sense, there is no free will because it's just particles doing what they do
Mhm.
in your brains. Um, but from a practical perspective, uh, I forgot who made this argument, but some philosopher or science motherfucker, I don't know, some guy made this argument, and basically any machine or device that could try to perfectly simulate every single like quark and subquark and the string or whatever the fuck all matter is made out of,
Mhm.
um, there is no way you could calculate anything faster than just letting the universe play out. Like some things are just the fastest way to figure out what it does is just to let it run. And especially with stuff like matter, like if you want to simulate the predict the future of the universe, you'd also need to simulate the machine that's simulating the unit, so it just never ends. You can't do it. It is impossible. So like there's like very very technically there's no free will. However, from any practical perspective, we absolutely have free will. Nothing can determine the future. Um, see, that's that's my take on it. Um, so I guess going with that, I don't really think that there's no divine purpose in life. I don't think, because I don't believe in a higher being, a higher power. Um, so we kind of just gotta fucking figure it out. Um, but my take on it is like, okay, so we are conscious, and to the best of our knowledge, we're the only conscious things in the universe. That's probably not the case, but we haven't found anything else, so
Mhm.
we
So as
just
far
kind
as
of
we know, we're
yeah,
just
we
like
just
we're
got kind of
vibing out.
gotta assume right now that's us,
Mhm.
and we're it. And so like, if there are no conscious things in the universe, what's the fucking point? What's it happening for? Nobody. No one can experience like it's just happening. It's like it's the tree falls in a forest thing. Like if a whole universe plays out and no one's there to experience it, does it even matter? Did it even happen? I don't know. Um so like I think that our goal in life, if only just to keep things interesting, is to make sure that consciousness continues. Whether that's like through us, or if we make like a super fucking smart AI that's conscious, that counts. That's got its own feelings, that can experience stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Spice of life.
Sorry, I'm like I'm. It is okay. So it's really late. So like my fucking brain is like zooming in and out,
Yeah.
and like not even consciousness, just like out of like thought and shit. So
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
sorry.
I get that. Nah, it's good. It's good. Um, you're right. Let's do something a little later. Um,
Okay.
so okay, earlier we talked about the fucking like intestine condoms in like the
Yeah.
1800s. Yeah. Okay, okay. So I was thinking about it. And like let's make a little hypothetical. Like you're dating this dude and he's a super sweet guy and he's like, I don't know, your dream man. Looks great. He's smart, whatever you like. And you make plans to do the deed, and this man fucking rolls up and he pulls out like his boar intestine condom. What do you do?
I am. I'm breaking up with that serial killer on the spot.
Damn.
Cause like, yeah, I'm just like, yo, where did you get that? Who gave it to you? Did you make it? Like,
Okay,
how,
okay.
how did it?
Yeah.
How did it come to be? How did you get it in your grasp? Is like,
Alright, so how
like
about this? Um, this guy's gonna respond like, well, you know, I just, I just thought, like, and he just trails off. What do you do?
then I'm just saying, yo, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know what? We just going raw, bro. It's good. It's all good. We will be fine.
I mean, you really gonna do that though?
If I know, well, like if I'm dating him, then yeah.
Well, like, okay.
Yeah, I refuse because it's like,
Yeah.
because then it's like, what if it's not cleaned right, and then like there's like boar's blood up there, and then like,
Well,
yeah.
not. They're like dried and I'm
Oh yeah,
gonna.
the dried out. I forgot.
Yeah, they're
But
like
still,
dried
just
and treated. They're like softened. I mean, they seem
yeah.
actually pretty fine. It's just made of intestines, which is
I
a
don't
little
know.
weird.
I would burst out laughing halfway through.
Yeah. Well, like, would you let him? Would you let him use the thing?
But yes, out of curiosity, I probably would.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Just
That's.
like just to be like, I wonder what it feels.
I mean, it might
I
be
mean, probably for like
interesting.
a
Who
yeah,
knows? I mean, yeah, I don't think it'd feel like that different from a regular condom. I don't know.
probably like a little I don't know. Probably not like a pleasant feeling.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, how the fuck would you like put it on your dick? Because regular condoms like roll up. So you can just like whoop. But like
Like
that thing is just a bag. How do you
I don't. I was thinking
ugh.
about this earlier because like maybe they put it on and they put like a little rubber band like at the end to tie it up and
Crimp
that's
it?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, oh, maybe you gotta get brained with like you put it on when you're soft, and then you.
Oh, and then it's
Oh, that's smart. Um, yeah. Okay, okay. So let's reverse the scenario. Um, say you are the the fella in this relationship, and
okay.
you whip out your like chicken intestine condom. What would you want your partner's reaction to be?
I would want her to throw me like in the bed and be like, "Let's fucking do this." Like just like completely like let's
Just
try
a
this out.
100% down.
Yeah.
Okay, but like I don't. Well, I mean, okay. I would absolutely want to date someone like that. They seem like they know how to have a good time. But also I feel like anyone that just accepts that unquestioningly is just that's weird.
Little set, a
That's a
little
little
questionable.
fucking strange.
Maybe it's like a common Tuesday. Maybe like some people like walk up to them regularly and like, "Yo, I got this intestine condom. Like, let's go try it." Like maybe it's a regular Tuesday for them, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, sure, maybe. Um, okay, okay. So here's a so your reaction to that was different than you'd want your partner's reaction to be.
Yes, and I don't know why.
Would you not?
And
Yeah, would you not want to be the ideal partner?
I would, but like I really would second guess like, yo, what the fuck, how, why? But like if I got
Yeah.
it out, like if I walked up to a guy, I was like, "Yo," and I poured out that fucking like animal condom, like I would want, like I wanted to be like, "Yo, let's fucking do this." Does
Let's
that make
roll.
sense? I don't even think that makes.
I don't know. It's weird.
It is
Cause
weird, and I
like
literally don't have an
I
answer for
feel
it.
like yeah, I feel like if I was dating someone and I whipped out like that fucker, I would probably want them to be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like if they aren't, I'm kind of worried. Like what have I gotten myself into? I don't know. It's yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. That was a good hypothetical. I'm glad
Yeah.
I thought of that shit like I was taking a shower and I was like, what would be a fucking funny hypothetical? And I thought of that and I just could not stop laughing. It's just so fucking stupid.
But like my one question would be, where would the icing go? Because condoms have low tip, and
Yeah.
so yeah, like
They
where
were
the fuck
kind
would
of
it?
pointy. There was a fucking like give me that. Yeah, there's a picture. That thing. They've got a point.
Yeah.
So I imagine it
Oh, it
would
would fill up there.
be fine. I don't know. Or it just like
Drips from the bottom.
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So my friend had never heard WAP and he was like, "Fuck it, we're listening to it." Who like actually enjoys that song?
Idea. I mean,
It's
to be
not
honest, like my
very
ass
good.
sings it a lot. Just because I be bored, and it's catchy as shit. So I end up like,
Like it's funny, don't get me wrong,
mm,
but it's also like it's a bad song. It is not it's not good. I don't know.
I mean, I don't really have like an opinion on it. I'm just like okay.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
I,
know.
again, like I mostly listen to like fucking like like either like really like old like pop songs like from the fucking 50s and shit,
Oh, that's
or
funny.
like indie music. So
Okay.
or like yeah, indie and like rock and metal and stuff.
That's funny. Like I listen to a lot of rap and I that not good. That is not good rap. Like well, okay. Fucking one of them could kind of rap. They were okay.
Megan,
Yeah.
I love Megan. She's like she's fucking gorgeous for like no reason.
I mean, yeah. They're good looking. But also, I don't really want to watch a music video of them in their fucking like tiger outfits or whatever. Like, uh, I don't know. I just, yeah. I don't really like. I don't really get twerking either. It just,
It's weird. It's funny because in like a lot of cultures, it's literally just a dance, and then like Americans like over sexualize it, and it's like, oh, okay.
how? Okay, okay, but like, how is it not a sexual thing in other like you are shaking your ass. You are.
But that's the thing.
You're getting it. You're
It's
getting
just
down.
not. It's kind of like how Americans view boobs as sexual, and it's like it's not. They're not sexual things. It's like it's not an inherent
Well, yeah,
sexual
okay,
thing.
yeah, I get, yeah, okay. They're not for a sexual
So like
purpose.
people do like I'm Jamaican, and we whine, just to dance.
Yeah.
It's not really inherently sexual.
Okay.
No, you stop.
Sure.
Whining is sexual, but definitely twerk. Like they're not. It's not even called twerking. But
Yeah.
I guess yeah, for all like conversational purposes, twerking is just considered dance.
Huh. That's okay. Funky. Um, that's kind of weird. But like, yeah, I don't know. Even, but like, yeah, as a dance, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it is almost not pleasant to look at. Like, I don't really need to see like your two fat ass cheeks just like vibrating up and down. Like, nah, I'm
Well, then
good.
again, that's someone's like culture.
I mean, fine if it's like a legit dance. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't like a lot of dances. Like, I'm not a big dance guy. So, that's just one of them. I was like, yeah, whatever. But specifically from a sexual sense, like,
Yeah, I
I
get
don't
that.
know. I feel like something, like, if I just got a still shot of a hot
Hmm.
woman, I would think that was more hot than getting a video of them fucking breaking it down. I don't, like, nah, I'm good. I just, like, I want to appreciate the physique, and I don't need to see them, right, like, ripple their ass cheeks. It's like, it's too much. I, I, no. Like, I feel like it takes the nuance out of just, like, being hot. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But, like, you get what I'm saying?
No, no. I think I kind of understand what you're saying.
Cause it's like I don't know. I feel like just seeing someone who's like real hot, you're just like, damn, they're real hot. Like, yeah, I'd fuck them. And then you see them twerk, and then they're just like shoving it down your gullet, I guess. Like, you don't have a choice.
I never heard the word gullet before.
Really,
Yeah, no, I've heard it, but not
it's
in
a
like
word
any
that I like.
context. It's a
It's a
beautiful
fun
word.
word. Yeah, it's great. Kind of a nasty word actually, but whatever. Um, but like, yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
understand.
I'm just, I feel like I would be the perfect, like, crotchety old man. I cannot wait until I'm fucking like 80 and I can use the slang from now that my grandkids just will not understand at all because it'll be like 50 years in the past and just like, oh wow, that's a pretty big chungus moment. And like,
It's like, what the fuck, Grandpa?
yeah, yeah. Like, I cannot wait for my grandkid to call me up and like, oh hey Papa, are you coming over for dinner? I was like, yes sir, on God, like, just shit
Just
like
like,
that. I don't know. Like, that sounds so funny. Like, old people just don't give a fuck, and
mm-mm.
that's incredible. I envy that, but also getting old kinda sorta really scares me kinda.
Oh no, like my cutoff age is when I'm like 75. That's I don't want to live past them because like I don't
Yeah,
want to. You know how it's basically like you're in diapers and then like you can take care of yourself and then you're back in diapers and it's like
yeah,
I don't want to repeat that cycle.
yeah. I need to find some way to like die dramatically before I'm like
Yes,
senile. I need to go out in a blaze
exactly.
of glory. I don't
Hmm.
know. But like, yeah.
It's like I'm gonna work. I want to work with. I want to be a nurse, right? So I want to like
Okay,
work
fun.
with people, and like specifically, if I end up working with old people, I already know like they don't. You know, obviously, like if you're dying, you're not gonna give a shit what you say
Oh
because
yeah.
it's like I'm gonna die anyways. So like, yeah, I'm fucking afraid of what they're gonna say to me.
Oh, they're probably a little racist as fuck.
That's true. I'm gonna be like, no, 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 Lucy, it's okay. Take your pills.
Just stop it. No, that's you can't. No, nuh-uh.
You can't say that.
Just stop that one. Yeah, I feel like, man, like the thing that really scares me is like the like dementia, like Alzheimer's and stuff like that, where you lose your mind.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I have family with that, and it
that is
hurts.
horrifying.
It hurts to see my
Yes.
uncle like that because I'm like, oh, because basically it's like at that point you're just kind of. I wouldn't even call that like being technically like I feel like there's a difference between like being like alive and just being conscious. Like at that point, for me,
Yeah.
it just seems
No.
like they're just conscious at that point. At that
Yeah.
point, it's like you're not living because you're not they're not nothing's happening. It's just kind of just there.
Yeah. Well, and at a certain point, you're like barely even conscious, cause like your brain like rots
Mm.
it like the whole thing just gets fucked. And so like it starts with you losing your memory because that's like some really delicate shit, but it ends in like your whole brain just shutting down. And like oh, also even the thing is, even if you just lost your memory, like you are your memory.
Yeah, that's like
Like
literally
without
your
that,
whole.
yeah, you are not anything.
Mm.
That's a little weird.
That is very. This is very scary.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm, me
But
neither.
like, yeah. Ugh. I do not. I don't want that to go away.
Me neither.
And like, and I think the scariest thing is like when you're in the early stages of it, you
Mhm.
can tell that something's wrong, that you're losing your memory. And
Oh
then
God.
when you get into the later stages, you don't know that something's wrong. You just live in a state of like confusion all the time. You know nothing else. You're just in it.
That sounds like a living hell.
Yeah. Like there's this one album called Everything at the End of Time by The Caretaker, and it is 6.5 hours long, and it goes through all the stages of dementia. And once you get into the so like the early stages are it does that through ballroom music. So the early stages are like nostalgic fucking good ballroom music, and they get more garbled and staticky, and then you get into like stage 4, which I think is the start of the post awareness stages. Like you forgetting things, and you just oh, that's bad. And the music is no longer music, it's just oof, it's rough.
Really?
And then by
Damn.
stage 6 it's just like dark drone kind of thing. Like it's a whatever that fucking dark ambient is like the genre kind of. Um, and there's like a last song, and it's like saddest fucking thing ever. Like after it ended, I just
Hmm.
like sat for I don't know how long. No
Oh,
idea. Just like
processing it.
yeah, and just like you just feel like a deep ache in your soul. I don't know. If I ever get dementia, dude, I am like I'm killing myself. Like I'm not even like fuck that. No.
Worst thing is that shit runs in my family. So I'm like, oh fuck, will I
Uh
get that? I was
yeah.
fuck, well,
Yeah.
at what age should I off myself then?
Yeah. Yeah. That's just like do a drug overdose or something. Something that makes you just really fucking happy, and then you just die. It
To
sounds
be honest,
great.
I'd want to die in my sleep.
Be
Like,
nice too.
I don't I don't have a lot of really good dreams. Most of them most of them anxiety inducing. Like I'm having a panic
Oh,
attack in the dream, then I wake
damn.
up nervous. But I want to have a really nice dream, and then I just go
Then you just
to whatever
aren't
the fuck. I'm just
anymore.
part of the universe now, or
Yeah.
whatever happens after that.
Yeah,
Fuck, I don't know. I
actually,
could be greeted by a large farmer, and then I'm like the cow or some shit. I don't know.
that'd be funny. Yeah, I have like, okay, so I have very mixed feelings about like death. So, because I'm a materialist,
Hmm.
I think that when you die, you're just gone. Just poof.
Hmm.
Nothing. Um, which is in a way kind of comforting because you're just like but you're not anymore. You don't even know that you were a live one. You just aren't. Simple
Mhm.
as that. Which seems sort of seems okay. But then also like being something has got to be better than being nothing. 'Cause at least you're like
Yeah,
living. So even if your life kind of sucks,
it's something.
it's something more than nothing. But like, I don't know. But then also, there are all these fucking like ghost stories, and some of them are like kind of believable. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like,
I'm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't want to be one of those motherfuckers that's just like every single ghost story is completely fake and they're making it up or they're like delusional. Like, I don't think everybody's that delusional. So I can't really explain that shit. I don't know. I have no idea. Like,
I pers-
yeah.
But I'm really spiritual, and I believe in like, I don't know if I believe in like the Abrahamic heaven and hell type thing, but I believe something happens, even if it's like we reach like nirvana and we're just at complete and total peace.
That'd be nice.
Um,
That'd be really
yeah,
nice.
or even if like it's like we become part of the universe in some weird way, that would be really cool.
I'm chill with it too. Yeah.
And but then yeah, and I believe there's some form of like cosmic, like judgment for, especially if someone's like a shitty person, or if they do like wrong, like genuine wrong, like not like how like fucking Christians are like, oh well, like something little, and it's like, oh, going to hell.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Well,
because I'm
okay,
like, you
okay.
can't be, because I'm like, you have to go if there is some type of hell, like it would have to be like, at least in my opinion, it would be like the the bad has to definitely outweigh the good. So
Yeah.
like, you have to be a shady person to get down there,
You gotta
not
be real
like,
terrible.
yeah, like not like, oops,
Yeah,
my bad.
not like the stuff they have in the Bible. It's like, oh, you made fun of a dude once. Up hell. Oh, you wore two different fabrics of hell.
Yes.
You
It's
ate
like,
fish
oh,
and beef to get hell. I don't know, whatever the fucking all the rules.
oh
Um,
god, I like
yeah,
it doesn't make sense, because it's like, yo, it's like, you're, why are you like, the punishment does not like fit whatever
yeah,
you think the sin is. Like, make it make sense. But like, I personally believe there's some form of judgment for people who are shady people in the afterlife, whether it be not even like an actual hell with like pitchforks and like stuff like that, but maybe it's like complete emptiness, nothing, like you just like, maybe they're in a room by themselves for the rest of eternity, and
that
it's
is
like there's nothing,
terrifying. That is
and
way
there's just
worse than just being nothing.
yeah,
I would
or it's
hate
like,
that.
like, that shit would scare the shit out of me, because it's like you're just like in a room alone. It's
For
just your own
infinity.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
And then I was thinking also, like, in my opinion, Earth is like the worst thing fucking ever. Humans are like trash for the most part. We can be really nice, but a lot of us can be like really, really just trash for no reason. So like, maybe like
Yeah.
there's, I don't know, like, I believe in souls. So like, maybe their soul gets fucking stuck here, and they're like, fuck, I have to like walk around. I'm still here.
Yeah. So, okay. My issue with. Okay, the thing about heaven and hell is that, like, we made up morality. Like, there need to be some higher power to determine who's good and who's bad. And how the fuck would a higher power have a material human grasp on good and bad?
That makes sense. And even if like a higher power did, then it's like, how would that be articulated to humans? Because it's
Yeah.
like, what do they do? Like, just like pick out someone, they're like, yeah, um they just like write the shit down. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, this is the exact thing, you have to follow this exact thing. If you don't,
Yes.
you are going to be tortured
It
by
is.
demons for the
Yeah.
rest of eternity.
Yeah. Like, every action is really just matter doing stuff. Matter
Hmm.
does stuff to other matter, and it ultimately doesn't really mean anything in the end. Obviously, be a good person and stuff, but on a cosmic level, there's no morality. Like, it's just stuff
We just
moving
fucking,
around. which is
Um,
why I think I don't know. That's why I don't really like heaven and hell that much.
but I was thinking
Also,
like, oh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say also, I I'm not inherently opposed to a soul. I just the logistics seem really weird. Because like on the one hand, how the fuck do brains work? On the other hand, uh where does the soul come from? What like how does something that is not made of matter interface with stuff that is made of matter? And how does like your how would your brain do that?
Well, good question that I cannot answer like 95% of that.
Yeah.
Um, I just that's why I'm like I believe in it. I don't,
Yeah, no,
obviously I'm
I
not
like
saying it's like
that's fine. I respect cuz it's all like it's philosophy, so it's kind of whatever.
so it's gonna be, yeah, it's an open thing,
Yeah.
but um I personally believe, yeah, I literally can't like answer like more than like 80% of it.
And I mean that's a good thing because like I think you should be able to believe whatever you want unless there's like objective proof that it isn't true.
Yeah,
Um so like if you want to believe in a soul and stuff, absolutely go for it. Um yeah,
because
like
like I will.
cool. I'm not gonna like haha, you're wrong and I'm right. It just seems a little complicated, but there's a bunch of shit we know nothing about.
Yeah,
So as far as I know, yeah, sure, we could
because
have
it's like
souls.
we could or we
Like
couldn't. We
I
won't
don't
know.
really think we do, but like I can't say for sure. So like whatever, believe what you want.
Because
Um,
it's like,
yeah,
what was I gonna say? Shit, I was gonna say something. Oh yes, I was thinking when you were talking about the like an objective, like good or bad
hmm
on a cosmic level. I was thinking of like, even if someone did like do something compared to everyone else's to other people's morals, oh that's bad. But
yeah,
maybe in themselves, like they're like, oh, I'm doing this. I think it's good. Like I'm doing this for a good purpose, and it just happens to negatively affect people. Because it's like, how would they determine that person's worth?
true. Yeah, well, yeah, and the thing with that is everybody, or at least basically everybody, believes that they're doing the right thing. They just might be a bit off about that. But like, I don't know. I think everybody acts with good intentions at heart, even if they're fucking stupid, making bad decisions. They think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, and it just happens to be like, no, 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 that was wrong.
Yeah, not they're not actually, but they
But
believe
their
they
heart was in
are.
the right place.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, mm, it's tricky.
Hmm.
'Cause like, if everyone thinks that they're a good person, how do you like how do you rank them morally?
I know what you mean.
I don't
I was
know.
thinking about this yesterday because I was thinking, I'm like, well, if you think you're something, then you probably are. But then I was like, wait a minute, like anyone, like someone can go like fucking run over like four people and be like, oh, I did it for the greater good. Therefore,
Yeah.
I'm a good person. So I was like, how do we, like, how do we come up with? And I'm guessing we
Yeah.
really can't come up with a definite like this is
No,
definitely good. This is
cuz we
definitely
made it
bad.
up. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing, which is why I think it's like if there are a strict universal set of good and bad actions, we could be way off from that. I don't know. The best people on the planet still might do things that break the universal code because I don't fucking know what it is. Like, our morality is stuff that we made up. And we all think that we're good people, but we could all be not. I don't know. I have no idea. And also, morality is also really, well, like, you need to draw a line somewhere.
Hmm.
Unless you have, like, a spectrum of heaven and hell. But at that point, it'd be more just like your soul is chillin' and feeling like some amount of pleasure or pain. And I maybe, but like that seems kind of goofy.
It does.
Just in my brain, I don't really think that your worldly material actions would have any effect on your otherworldly, like eternal life, if there is one. I don't really believe in one, but if there is one, I don't think your material actions would affect it. That seems kind of goofy to
I
me.
think like I would hope like because I know some people who like I'm not gonna go like personally, but like I know some people who did some horrible shit like to me, and I would hope that because obviously like in their waking life like they never got what they had coming, never no form of justice. So like it just
Mm.
brings me like conscious like comfort to believe okay maybe they're paying for it when they die, like they're paying for it
Oh
now or
yeah,
when they will die.
of course. I mean that sounds like a yeah karma. Um, and
I
like
really
I
forgot the
would
word for karma. I'm embarrassed.
no, that's fine. Um, yeah. Well, and I would love to believe that there's some kind of life beyond death because like I don't want to die. That's not cool. So like yeah, I'd like I feel like most people would turn down immortality. It's like, oh, what if I don't like life? I'd take that. Fuck it. Being alive is something. Being dead is not something. As long as my quality of life is like, I'm not gonna end up like inevitably some unbelievably like scarred vegetable and I have like no limbs or shit, but I like can't die for some reason. Like
Oh, but
that,
when
I'd
sorry.
I'd want to be dead then. But
Mhm.
if I can like if I don't get injured, yeah, I'll live forever. Fuck it. Who cares?
I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Well, actually,
Because I'm like, because it's like you're like eventually like the family's gonna fizzle out and then like friends and like loved ones and that's like,
you can find new
oops.
people. They're like, fuck that. But no, actually, what I just realized is that inevitably you'd end up at the center of a black hole. That would suck. That could not be a pleasant experience. Um,
Oh God, and what happens if like I was thinking about this 2 days ago. So like, what happens? Like your chances of like you would be if you get stuck somewhere. Like if for whatever reason you're in the canyon, don't ask why. This is like a hypothetical, and like you get your arm stuck and you can't like get out, and it's like
mhm.
fuck. I'm not. I can't die. I'm
Yeah.
here until someone like either comes along or just yeah, and then I'm
Yeah,
just chilling
what
here.
if you just like fucking fell into a sinkhole and just got buried underground for like a million years?
Oh God, that would be
That would
horrible.
suck. That would not be cool.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so maybe I wouldn't want to be immortal. I would absolutely be immortal if at any point I can just like bleh and die.
Oh yeah, 100%. Me
Sounds
too. Like
great.
that would be kind of cool.
And the thing is, I like even if I had that option, I would probably hang out till like the death of the human race. Maybe even a little beyond that. I don't know.
Just to
Cause
see
like
what's there.
yeah, see what's up, meet new people, whatever, live life. Um, but once humanity dies, and once the Earth dies, and if I can't find new civilizations to hang out with like aliens and shit, yeah, I'm out. Fuck that. I'm not hanging around in an empty world. That's not cool. I guess
I
I could
would really
just
like.
read like every book ever, but nah.
Sorry, I really was gonna ask you something, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then I forgot. I forgot.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a
Well,
really good question too.
think about it.
I'm trying. Sorry.
That's good.
I really forgot that shit. Like, it was a good
Okay.
question. I was very like happy.
Well, yeah. All right. Maybe I'll remember it. I kind of need to think of like something else. Mm, okay, let's talk about something a little less heavy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what do you into like hobby wise?
Oh, okay. I knit, I crochet, I make earrings,
Oh,
I
fun.
draw. Um, I sometimes write poetry. I also used to write a lot of like short stories and stuff, and I might get back into it.
Sick.
Um, Thank you. And I also, this is something stupid. And I do this. I make my friends call me all the time, and I can talk about movies, and just me like trying to break down like decipher like meanings that I think movies have for like hours.
Okay.
I don't even know if that counts,
Fun. No,
but
that's
yeah.
I don't know if that's a hobby, but that's fun. I like
Thank you.
that. Um, all right. I like that. Um, so okay, I guess like what I think the most interesting one is like poetry and short stories, I guess. Like what draws you to that?
I don't know. Well, I've always been a very like I started drawing when I was like four. No, I started drawing when I was like two. I started writing short like stories when I was like three. So I would basically write a story and then I would draw pictures, like little illustrations.
That's adorable. That's great.
Thank you. I actually, I wish I could. I had. I when I before I moved, I found my story. Like, I found one of my stories. Like it was about a woman who was pregnant. So I had like yeah. So I like drew her pregnant and then like I drew her giving birth and
Neat.
and her with like the baby and stuff. And I forgot what the fuck the story was about because obviously I was like seven, so not
Yeah.
everything was spelled right. But like I actually have a book. If I could find it, I'd send you a picture of it. But it's a book I wrote when I was in like fifth grade, and it was a project we did, and we had to get it published, and it is now technically published.
No way. That's sick.
Yeah, it's really I like it. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Man, I remember my brother is like 3 years younger than me, and when I was in like the later years of elementary school, so he's probably in like somewhere between first and third grade, I don't know. Everything he'd write, like he was good for his age, he was really good at writing stories and stuff. Um, but he would write just stream of consciousness. Like everything would just be a giant block of text with no punctuation at
Oh,
all, no quotations, no nothing. And then like he would write all of this out, and then most of the time he spent working on it would be with my parents trying to like decipher what he meant by things, because
oh,
he'd have
it's
like
cute.
oh, I mean, it was really funny, but like he'd have a conversation between like two characters, and there are no quotes at all, and no gaps between sentences, and it makes no sense. And like, but he'll read it totally like normal, and then it's just
Oh,
like a giant break of text. I don't know. It was stupid. It was so dumb.
he realized we have passed the need for punctuation,
Yeah,
and he
basically.
realized that.
Yeah, I think he'd also just like spell words how they sounded, so nothing was spelled right either. Like man,
Like he made it a puzzle for y'all to like decipher what he meant.
yeah, yeah. Although to be fair, I have noticed English words. English fucking sucks, written wise. Speaking, I think it's a pretty simple language, but uh, spelling. Oh my god, every English word is like every like syllable is the same syllable is spelled differently in different words.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. And like I take German, um, and something I've noticed, like speaking German is harder than English because they've got like the word gender kind of things. They've got like three of them, and it's fucking stupid. Uh, but the words are just spelled how they sound. And so I can hear a word and then just spell it, and it's probably right because it just makes sense. Like it's not that hard. I don't know. You cannot do that at all in English. Like if I hear a word that I've never heard before and it's kind of complex, I will for sure spell it wrong because it's gotta have something really weird in it. Like
Also, I never got like silent E's. I never understood those.
mm,
Because I'm like, why are you here? Well, you're not needed. It's just there for
yeah.
no sense, for
Yeah.
no reason.
That's like fucking one of my friends in French was talking about there is this there's this one accent that's on like eyes or something like that. And it is literally just there like because like it denotes like I think there's like a few words where it like adding that changes something about the meaning or like something subtle about it.
Like,
But for a lot of
wait,
words, they just have it just because. It doesn't do a single thing. You can write it without it, and it doesn't matter.
wait, which language? Sorry.
I think
Like, what?
French.
Oh, I took French. I think I know what you mean.
Okay. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it was like a an arch thing above an eye. I don't remember if it curved up or down, but it was like some shit like that. And it was literally just there for like no reason at all.
I know.
Just
My
cause.
my old French teacher. I hated both of my madams. Cause like I can speak French okay, but they were like fucking like. She's like, you have to pronunciate this exactly the way it is, or you're gonna get like a D on
Oh
the test.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I let's just say I got like a D. I
Yeah.
passed with a D, so I barely got by.
Good enough.
And I remember she's like, you have to do when you put accents, you have to do it like the right way. It have to be either tilted towards the right or the left. And she's like, it has to be that way, or the word's wrong.
Yeah.
Even though technically it would be pronounced the same way, slightly different maybe.
Yeah.
And she couldn't expect much from like I was only year two, so
Bruh.
she couldn't expect like too much from me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Also, French seems hard as fuck to pronounce.
it's actually not. It's not that bad.
It seems just so like guttural. I don't know. German's like I feel like German's kind of easier pronunciation wise. The hard part with German is that instead of with English where you tack adjectives like uh, adjectives describing a word will be like separate words or like maybe you like put a dash in between parts of something.
Mm-hmm.
But in German, you can just keep on fucking slapping parts onto one word and you just build up one word that's like 30 letters long. And it's totally grammatically correct. And some words are just like that. Like the
I
word
think
for speed limit, I don't remember what it is, but it is long as a fuck. And that's just it's just cuz. That's the really hard part.
sorry, I'm literally falling asleep.
Okay, we can end this then.
Oh no! No,
Okay, well you don't have to like force yourself to stay awake. It's
no.
not a
I'll
big
tell you if
deal.
I'm like falling asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, I'm really pissed that I forgot the question I was gonna ask you because I thought it was a good question, and then the
Yeah.
shit just like boop,
Wait,
it
yeah,
went
what were
wrong.
we talking about? It was
Oh, we were,
like I think we were talking about like the afterlife or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, we were.
Um, damn, I do not remember.
Oh god, we were talking. So like in order, we were talking about the afterlife, and before that, we were talking about absolute like good and bad. And before that, we were talking about condoms. So
Yes,
we definitely jumped topics.
a little bit. Yeah. That's something that I haven't quite gotten the like. How do people just like smoothly transition from one topic to another? I don't know. It's kind of
I do
fucking
that a lot.
hard.
I do it
Like,
a lot. Like,
huh? So, yeah, I don't know. Like whenever I'm listening to a podcast and they just switch topics, like I almost don't
mhm.
even notice it. It's
Until like you think
weird.
back and you're like, wait, huh? Like, what the fuck
Yeah,
happened?
yeah. Like I feel like yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just part of like cuz most podcasts are with people that they like do the same like they know the people really well and they have the same people on every podcast. So they just converse just fantastic cuz they know each other great. So
Mhm.
I mean that's kind of the downside of having a podcast with different people on every episode. But the
Because then
fun
you're like,
part yeah, the fun part is that I get to meet a bunch of fucking interesting people, so that's cool. But yeah, I mean, some of them I'm sure are gonna be really just weird. But,
mhm.
eh, oh well. It's like, the whole idea is that it's like a cross section of the internet. But it probably isn't a cross section of the internet. It is a cross section of people that I get along really well with. Which is not representative of most of the internet because I feel like half the internet's just horny motherfuckers. But I've been trying to get one on the podcast.
Well, horny motherfucker.
Yeah, has not worked great. Like I really okay. Okay. How would you go about convincing one of the dudes that just sends dick pics just like compulsively? How would you go about convincing one of those guys to be on a podcast?
Oh, I'd just be like, hey, I'd show you my boobs if you like wanted to be interviewed on a podcast. And they'd probably be like, okay, cool.
Okay, but I don't have those.
You should grow some, dude. It's fun.
Damn. That'd be smart. Actually, yeah, maybe I could just, like, catfish them.
No, don't do that.
I'm not gonna, but that sounds really funny. Like, okay, yeah. Like, I want to make it like an evil genius plot, right? Like, I make a catfish account. I say I'm like
Mhm.
an 18-year-old girl, and then I can like I could. Oh shit! This is brained. Cause if they ask for like, I'll tell them like, okay, I'll give you nudes if you're on my podcast, and then I can, if they have any like anything to prove that I'm legit, like I could ask my girl and be like, hey, this just explain the situation, and then fucking get the nudes. And then like oh yeah, then we're cooking, and they join the podcast and it's me, and they leave probably, but maybe. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but it'd be funny. It'd be really funny, but like nah, they would not be down for that. They would just leave immediately, and most of them just like because basically my tactic so far has been like I friend them and I'm like, hey, people like you fascinate me, and I'd like you to be on a podcast, and that is like I feel like it's confrontational almost. I'm not trying to be
Just a little
mean,
bit.
but I'm also like I really despise people that are like that. So I don't really want to be nice to them. But I'm also not trying to seem outright like an asshole.
You don't want to come off too strong.
No. But like hasn't been working so far. Like I'll say that, they'll just be like, "What?" And then I'll explain kind of what I'm doing and then they'll just block me. So that has not been working, but I don't know how else to do it.
I would give you some like people, dude, but like, yeah, they. I don't want to hit them up to
You
be
don't
like,
have to hit
yo,
them up.
I
No,
know.
I just need their users.
Oh,
You don't have to talk to them. Just go on your block list and then
oh,
give me
okay, yeah.
whoever you want.
All right, definitely will.
Cause like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like any horny motherfucker in the right mind is no. However, if I try enough of them, maybe one of them will be down.
Yeah,
And
just the
from what
probability. It makes sense.
yeah, and from what I've seen from the little bits of conversation that I have with them, they
Mhm.
aren't like unapproachable. They're just assholes.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I think it's they act the way that they are less out of because the thing is when they act out of desperation they become like incels.
Hmm.
But the way that they act and just like send dick pics and are just horny as fuck, it's like narcissistic.
Hmm.
They aren't doing it for romance, they're just doing it because they don't give a fuck about anyone.
Yeah, that reminds me. This one guy. Look, I was just vibing. I was in class, and this guy was like, "Hey, give me your number. We can FaceTime." And like a dumbass, I gave him my number, and I thought we were just gonna, like talk about.
Doofus.
Okay, don't judge. Okay.
Sorry, continue. I'm tired. I'm I'm being a
No, it's
dick now.
okay. It's okay. And like I thought he was. I didn't think he was gonna fucking call me. It was like 9. Yeah, it was like 10:30 something. So I didn't think this dumbass was gonna fucking call me. And then he ended up like I got a FaceTime from a random number. I was like, okay, that's probably him. I picked it up, thinking I was gonna see someone's face.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Is
not.
just a dick.
I
Yeah.
did not. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did see his face, and we talked for like 10 seconds,
Oh, okay.
and then he just said, his voice, his breath got really, really like heavy. He was like hyperventilating. I was like, bro, you good? Because
Uh.
I know what happened. So I was like, you good, bro? And I just saw him literally just put the camera down and then start jerking off. And I was like, the fuck? And I hung up. I hung up.
Yeah.
And I was just
God.
traumatized because like I was like, the fuck? And then he
Yeah.
called me back like 3 times. And I was like, oh my god, leave me alone.
Bruh.
So that
That's
was fun.
just.
It was gross.
Mm,
It was very gross.
yeah. Yeah. Those people just have no. Like, that's essentially. That's like virtual rape.
Hmm.
Like, that's fucking. Ew.
It's like, why are you exposing yourself to me,
Yeah.
sir? It's like 10 in the morning.
It's just disgusting.
For real.
And, like.
And like I
Yeah.
specifically said, I was like, I do not want to see anything below your neck. So just a fucking don't. And then he was like, okay. That was the
God.
point. I should have been like, yeah, goodbye, and hung
That
up.
is awful. Yeah, yeah. My girl has a similar story. Like, she was calling this guy, and they had a fine conversation, whatever, and she, like, fell asleep on call, and she woke up to
Oh,
him saying her name, and she, like, woke up, and he was just beating his dick.
oh, ew.
Yeah.
It was cute the first half, not gonna lie. And it just went downhill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, girls, I fell asleep on the phone with like my friends and stuff like before. Like I was on FaceTime with my one friend, and me and him like fell asleep on the phone together. We woke up and talked. I could not imagine like waking up to someone like just jacking off. Cause then like,
Yes. And, like, oh.
oh, girls.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if I were her, especially if I'd like just like woken up, I would not. I mean, I assume she did not sleep for very long. Cause yeah, I no, probably just like a few minutes. But yeah, when I wake up for like a good few seconds, I am just not in my right mind. I think really
Mhm.
weird things, and I'd probably say really weird things if someone asked me something. So if I woke up and that was happening, I'd probably just like You got a small dick and then leave the call or some shit like that. I don't know. Like I just I'm too fucking dumb to take that seriously. Which is, I mean, I guess that probably is an attitude to take against him. I don't know. Like I feel like just being mad at him, I think hurts him less than like laughing at him. It's like if someone's just being weird like that, and you're just like, you are the biggest fucking idiot I've ever met. I feel like that would have more of an impact than like you're such a fucking weirdo. I don't know.
Oh, so that low-key reminded me of something. So, um, I have like the worst luck with guys. I was talking to this guy like a few months ago, the beginning of this. Oh God, this was like a year ago. So we were talking. We were chilling. He lived like a state away from me, and I was like, oh shit, we live like literally 2 hours apart. All right, and we were talking, and everything was cool. Like we spent like, dude, I mean like we spent the whole night talking. We spent like 9 fucking hours like just on the phone, just talking
Damn,
about shit.
that's fun.
And yeah, it was fucking cute. And he got like really possessive the next day because he was like, I had, I was in like the fucking women's issues club at school or whatever, and I told him, I was like, bro, I'm at a club meeting. I can't fucking talk to you like at all.
Yeah.
And we had to make like posters to put around school and shit. So I was like, bro, I'm doing something. And he was like, fine, fine. And then as soon as it ended, he's like, can I call you? I'm like, I'm about to get on the bus, but sure. And he was so pissy. He got a fucking attitude about me, like about noise being on the bus. And I'm like, bro,
What the
it's a
fuck?
bus.
Yeah. What was
It's a
it?
bus. And then he was like, just call me when you get home. And I was like, okay. And I called him when I got home, and we talked. And he's like, I was like, oh, like he's like, I want to see what you look like. So I sent like a picture or whatever. And then he's like, I was like, oh, I want to see what you look like. You ever seen serial killer eyes? Like, I don't know.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah, I can't explain it because it's not an eye color. It's not. It's like more like an eye shape. Not even eye shape.
Sure.
It's like you
Well,
can look into their eyes and be like,
yeah.
yeah, you
You
look like
can
you skin cat.
see it.
Yeah, you can just see like, oh
Oh.
my god, you're a psychopath. So yeah, he had serial killer eyes. Like, I did actually, like, I jumped when I
Yeah.
saw it. I
Fuck.
was like, okay, Ted Bundy.
Oh.
And later that night we were talking, and he wanted me to do something with him. I will not specify, but he wanted me to do something with him. I was like, bro.
Not
Anyways,
with those eyes.
I was
Nuh-uh.
like, because I wasn't in the mood, and I was like,
Yeah.
sure, let's do it. I'm a very indecisive person, so I was like, let's do it. You know, he was like, let's watch a movie. Let's watch Disney Plus. So he's like, pick a movie. I was like, and then I got like really. So we started to, and then like I got out of the mood very, very quick because something he said. And then he went off on me for like an
Oh,
hour,
what the
screaming at me how much of
fuck?
a bitch I was and all this
Jesus
stuff. And then I hung
Christ.
up on him, and we were texting about it. And he's like, I need to call you again. And I thought he was going to apologize for being a complete douchebag. And he
Yeah.
called me and started screaming at me again and how he didn't fucking like me and how I was everything in the damn book, how I was a piece of shit. And then he blocked me. So that was...
That's really funny. Man,
Yeah.
okay. That reminds me. A while ago, there was this girl I met online that I was talking to who was like, she was 18 and sexting like a 30-year-old guy. And I
Oh,
was just
ew.
like, you should stop doing that. Like, I can't make you, but you should stop that
Probably
one.
shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, no, bad idea. And she was just like, no. and and then she was like complaining about how this guy is like emotionally like abusive and stuff, and is like the biggest fucking dick ever.
No, well,
And I was like,
sadly, but like, what do you
great.
expect from like a 30-year-old talking
Yeah,
to like a
like,
teenager?
then stop talking to him. Like, this guy seems really like manipulative and shit. And then she was basically just like, so this was like a horoscope bitch, like all that dumb shit.
I am believing astrology. I'm offended.
Uh, fuck you. On a separate note, no,
Ow.
I'm kidding. That's fine. Whatever. I think
But
it
I think I
has
know what you mean. Like
no
it wasn't like
basis in
astrology,
science, but
but like
sure.
probably a person's like, "Ooh, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm just a whatever this fucking star sign is."
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
it's
I mean,
okay.
yeah, it was really fun because she was trying to predict all my like signs and shit, and none of them were what she thought they were. It was hilarious. Um, but yeah. Anyway. Um, yeah. But okay. Yeah. See, the thing is, I wouldn't call you an astrology bitch because I didn't know that up until now. But like just talking to her, oh, you could tell.
Oh, she was one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. But yeah. Anyway. So. Yeah, so she was just like, I I think I need to learn, so like I can't stop talking to him because the universe is telling me that there's something I need to learn from him. I was
Yeah,
like,
learn to get the fuck away from him.
yeah, like I think everything you've learned you should know by now. Like
Yeah,
it's
and like just take that
fucking
knowledge
stop.
of like knowing
Yeah.
he's a piece of shit and then leave.
Yeah,
It's
like
that
maybe
simple.
don't talk to people like that. And ta-da. And then like I don't know. So a little while went by and we didn't talk. And like a week later, I messaged her like, "Whatever happened to that guy? I'm curious." And she blocked me. I don't know
Oh
why.
no.
But it's like, what the fuck? I not that I care. She was really weird, but like, I never like oh. And then oh yeah wait fuck and then a few days ago. So like that whole shit happened like a month ago, and then like maybe like last week, I saw her account on Reddit on the sub like making a another post, and then I messaged her like, "You don't have to unblock me or anything. I don't really care, but also I'm fucking curious what happened to that guy." She's like, "Oh fuck off," and then I didn't answer the questions. I guess I'll never know. I have no
Damn.
idea, but I really want to know. I'm so curious, but whatever. I, I don't really care. Because I have a feeling I was absolutely right, and he just continued being the exact same way that he was to her, like, the whole fucking time they were doing stuff. And maybe she was salty at me for that? I don't know. I'm not
She
sure.
was mad that you were right.
Maybe. Because I have a feeling I kind of called it. There's no way that that guy had any kind of turnaround. He was so fucking. He seemed really bad. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird shit.
Fuck, yo, I really was gonna say something. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was a question for you, and I was like really, really excited. And I was literally gonna ask it 5 minutes ago, and I didn't.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's alright. Uh, yeah. I'm kind of tired, so I think we should probably call this now. Oh, it's been like an hour and a half. Damn.
Yeah.
Whew. Um, yeah. It's a very fine podcast. Also,
Yeah.
if you remember the questions you wanted to ask me, hit me up. We could do a podcast round two or like a mini podcast. I don't know.
Right.
Fucking
Right.
something. Um, yeah. Alright. I'll see you later. This is a good
Alright.
time.
Huh. Alright. Good night, man.
Yeah, night.